Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Thank you very much, Paul. Welcome, everybody, to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Josh Taylor in tonight for Bob Pompiani. Quite a bit to discuss on this Sunday evening. A Sunday evening where the first weekend of training camp is in the books. The trade deadline, the non-waiver trade deadline, I should say, Major League Baseball less than 48 hours away, and still plenty of baseball yet to be played. Pirates lose a tough one today to the Mets 1-0. Tough luck loss for Joe Musgrove. Goes 7 innings, gives up only 1 run. Meanwhile, the guy on the other end, Zach Wheeler, not only did he shut the Pirates down, he also was responsible for the 1 run, driving it in with a double in the 5th inning, and that ended up being the difference in the game. But all said with the Pirates, they split the weekend series when you probably would have rather liked to have gotten 3 out of 4 after getting 2 out of 3 against the Indians, of course, after having your sweep last weekend as well. So you want to be able to continue to ride that wave, but they ran into a pretty good pitcher today. Granted, they ran into a pretty good one last night, were able to actually beat Jacob deGrom, but today they couldn't be as successful against Wheeler. So now with less than 48 hours until the trade deadline, the questions remain. What can the Pirates do? What should the Pirates do? And what will the Pirates do? I think all 3 of those questions have 3 different answers. And I think they probably have 3 different sets of circumstances attached to them. What can the Pirates do? Probably considering the fact that one of the guys that was discussed as a major trade chip in the past couple weeks in Austin Meadows has been called up. But right now, he's replacing Corey Dickerson in the outfield. Does that change the circumstances as far as whether or not Austin Meadows could be a movable piece in the immediate future? Plus, there's a situation surrounding a guy like Josh Bell. He's on the disabled list. That brings up Jose Osuna, which also kind of muddies the waters as far as the infield situation and potentially the outfield situation. Granted, a guy like Osuna can play both corner outfield positions, so maybe that does make it a little bit easier as far as what your true outfield options really are if you really are considering moving Meadows. So there's a couple different pieces in play there. But also, there were certain reports that were going out during the course of the day. The Pirates and the Orioles had been discussing a possible trade for Kevin Gausman. That's something that continues to linger out there. Plus, there's possible discussion of not only Gausman, but also maybe a reliever like Michael Givens, their setup man in Baltimore, of him possibly being available. I've kept the stance for probably at least the last week now. This team needs to upgrade at least in the starting rotation and also with another arm in the bullpen without maybe upsetting what's already happening at the top so far. We're not talking about using one arm to replace one. We're talking about using an arm to add and totally raise the total level of the group, so to speak, especially in the case of the bullpen. I think they found a pretty solid 3-man group in Vasquez, in Kyle Crick, in Santana, as far as taking care of those late innings. But another arm to put in there, just in case one of those guys isn't available, probably would not hurt in that particular situation, because as you go into the postseason, you're going to need as many arms as you possibly can in case something goes wrong, whether it's injury, whether it's a starter or maybe an early reliever, or maybe more than one guy get knocked around. You're going to need as many arms as you can to try to keep things close, especially when you get into the thinner parts of the season. So that's something that sticks out. There are a lot of different discussions going on with different teams here. We've heard names like Zach Wheeler bandied about. Of course, Chris Archer has been a pretty big name. That's been discussed, but it seems like, based on reports that we've heard recently, the Pirates are out of the discussions with Chris Archer. Seems like the Padres are one of the teams that has surfaced and maybe risen to the top of the ladder, so to speak. So that's something that continues to be a fluid situation, and we will probably keep an eye on that till 4 o'clock on Tuesday. Who am I kidding? We definitely will keep an eye on it till 4 o'clock Tuesday. Meanwhile, today at training camp, some good news for the Steelers. Ramon Foster's injury, not as serious as possibly could have been. Sounds like it's going to be a non-surgical situation, according to Mike Tomlin, as opposed to something that could have maybe cost him the season or maybe weeks or months. It's only going to be a few weeks. He could be back by the beginning of the regular season. That's good news for the Steelers as far as maybe losing a potential starter. Also for Ramon Foster, individually, 32 years old, on the last year of his contract. You imagine a guy in that position wants to try to play his way to his next deal, or in any case, his next job. So hearing that news is definitely both good news for Ramon Foster and good news for the Steelers. Some other injuries that Mike Tomlin talked about, just as he always calls it, the bumps and bruises associated with this time of year. But it does stand to mention that there are a couple different things that are remaining as themes going into training camp, the running back position being one of them, the defense being another thing. There are some guys that are going to have to be plugged in and be pushed into very, very serious, important roles, and trying to make this defense better than it was last season. That's definitely a thing. And, oh, yeah, by the way, Antonio Brown possibly courting Des Bryant on Twitter. That's a thing, apparently. We'll discuss that and more. Taking your phone calls, 412-575-2600 on the Borders and Borders hotline, plus taking your tweets as well. Stick around.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, putting new roofs on Pittsburgh homes for over 25 years. Call Ireland Contracting at 1-800-NEW-ROOF.